Okay, somebody just stopped by and tried to sell me windows. I do need a few, but and my dogs when they start barking, you can't hear nothing. They're my alarm system. So, and I'm very thankful that they're usually quiet when I try to do these videos. So I don't know if this is going to just record on because I had to stop the film. So this might have to be part one and part two. And he stopped me and I was flowing. Or I thought it was anyway. So we were talking about soulmate. And basically, to sum up what I was saying, is that chemistry and love is not enough. You know, you can have chemistry, and I'm sure we've all had chemistry with more than one person. So, like, I mean, I guess unless you married, got married when you were, before you ever started dating, then maybe you can say you did, and you've only been with one person. But most of us that have dated, we've had chemistry with more than one person, and chemistry with some people that we knew weren't very good for us. Love, a lot of people will tell you they've been in love with someone that dragged them down, held them back. So if you're in a relationship and you have you have those things, but you also need to have where they have your soul's interests. That doesn't mean they're perfect. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that they're not going to throw their socks on the floor, or they're going to leave their toothbrush out, or, fight with you once in a while. But that just means that basically, one, they're going to try to meet your wants and needs because they're going to know that that's best for you. They don't want you to feel insecure. They don't want you to feel less than. Someone that might be doing that to you in a relationship is basically not feeling good about themselves. Their soul's broken, so then they project that onto you. And how can you try to get to your highest purpose if you're constantly feeling less than? And so someone that's your soulmate will try, and it doesn't mean that they'll always be able to do it, because again, we can't expect perfection from ourselves and we can't expect it from our mate. But you will sense that if you voice your opinion and you've loved yourself, so you're able to communicate in a way to someone in a loving way what you need and want, because that's part of loving yourself, not asking for your needs and wants and then waiting and then screaming them later. And so when you're able to communicate that, you love yourself enough to say, I love you, but this is what I need and this is what I want from you. They will at least try to meet those needs. And within the trying, then that just makes it feel better. They will have your back. If someone else is making you feel less than or coming into your life causing some sort of trauma or drama, someone that you might consider a soulmate, and I want to say, because I believe people can have more than one soulmate. I think we're soulmates with sometimes our children, sometimes our parents, sometimes our friends. A soulmate is just basically someone that has your soul's best interests at heart and travels with you in whatever way. But they will have your back. And that doesn't mean like they're going to go out of their way away from their interests constantly just to have your back, because that would be codependent. That just means when things fall apart, they're going to help you stand up again. And again, not with perfection. They might mess up first a little bit, but eventually they should be helping you stand up again. They should be supporting you. They should be nurturing you. They should support your dreams and your goals, and they should make you feel more excited about them, not try to tell you that you're not capable or make you feel that you're not worth it. But you have to be careful to be able to assess, is that them doing that? Or have you not worked on your soul enough that maybe you're doing that to yourself? Maybe you're causing yourself doubts and you're expecting this other person to complete you, to make you okay to do that stuff. So I really don't recommend even looking for your soulmate until you have healed the hurts inside you, till you're perfectly happy with who you are, faults and all, till you are okay being alone. You don't need somebody to complete you. And when you get to that point in your life, or in your soul journey, because it's a journey, where you love yourself enough, you ain't going to let anybody in that's going to subtract from your life. You're only going to let people in that are going to add. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go out. You have to go out and date and see people, but you don't believe them on day 4 on everything they tell you. You wait to get to know them slowly, and you have some boundaries put up because you care about yourself, and you're not just going to let somebody move in with you day 2 because they're acting like the best thing that ever happened since peanut butter. Because a lot of con artists or people that are abusive can do that very easily in the beginning, but then as you get to know them, then their ass starts to show. So you love yourself enough to know that you don't need to jump into anything quickly, that you can take the time. And if that person is meant to ride with you for that period of time in life, then they will be there. So, and the last thing that I would say that I want you to think about in looking for a soulmate or attracting a soulmate to yourself is, I want to say looking. It's not about attracting. When you get your energy right, when you love yourself, you're projecting that to the world, and you are going to attract that like energy. If you're broken and you haven't done your soul work, you're going to attract that broken energy. And believe me, I've done both. I've had broken energy, attracted it, broken ass energy, and then I've worked on myself, and I've been able to attract better energy towards myself. But what it boils down to is you're not looking for someone to complete you. You're not looking for someone to say, make you happy. You need to be happy first. What you're looking for is a fun traveling companion. Someone that you can count on, someone that you can lean on, someone that has your back. Someone that loves themselves. Because if they don't love themselves, they're going to deflect their insecurities and their non-love onto you when they're feeling insecure. And again, we all do that a little bit, okay? Because there's no perfection. It's just how much. If you're in a relationship now and any of this is starting to resonate with you, here's a couple things I want you to think about. You don't have to jump up and leave just because you're like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound like I'm with my soulmate because the guy I'm with, he ain't doing none of this crap. I want you to assess and examine. First of all, do you love yourself first? And and I thought I loved myself when I was broken. Okay, so it's not something that's a conscious thing. But I had not dealt with that deep, deep, deep-seated sense of unworthiness, unlovingness, that belief system that I got as a child from certain traumas that happened in my life. And they were buried, and there were certain areas of my life that I was very good and I was very confident. So, I didn't have issues with, I didn't think self-confidence, but I was attracting mates that were on my level of brokenness. So I want you to think about, if you're in a relationship, is it you? How are you showing up in the relationship? And you don't have to jump up and leave. You can start working on you right within your own relationship. And as you're working on you, you might be surprised that just by changing your energy and learning to love yourself, your partner might react a little differently. And maybe they'll be able to grow with you. Now, if not, what's going to happen is you're going to start working on yourself within the relationship, hopefully start loving yourself more, not taking whatever the other person's doing so personally, realizing that if they are saying something negative to you, they're doing it out of their own deficits, their own non-self-love. And so when you cannot take that so personally and just continue to work on you, what's going to happen is you're going to wake up one day and go, okay, I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to go do something here. And this is an anchor. This is holding me down. and then you might be ready to change. So, or like I said, maybe you need to just work on you and start asking for what you need, because maybe you're not. Maybe you aren't loving yourself enough to tell your mate that you're with what you need and what you want in gentle ways, and see if they are able to try to meet those needs. Because a lot of relationships can be worked on. And even if you're not at the soul level, I've seen relationships they've worked together. They've had the willingness to work together because the love was there. And really it is about love. But if you can't learn to love yourself and your partner isn't loving themselves, then you're not going to be able to stay soul connected. So I hope that helps you all a little bit on how to find a soulmate. I'm going to say a soulmate because I don't like the soulmate. I don't think there's just one. I've known people that their husbands died and then they met another one. So again, a soulmate is just a traveling companion through life that enriches your life, that supports you. It's not anything that completes you. It's not going to bring you happiness. And if you think it is, then you'll be disappointed, because if you're not happy first, when the fights go on and stuff, it's just not going to be fun. So my challenge is for you to, if you're in a relationship, look at how you're coming at it, what needs work on in your soul. Start there. Don't even try to change your partner, because we can't change other people. But sometimes within changing ourselves and how we react and act to others, others will change. And if you're not in a relationship, to assess yourself and see, do I really love who I am? Does it matter if I have someone in my life? If you can say no, it doesn't, then you're on your way to finding your soulmate. Mate or mates even. Okay. I'm wishing you all a very soul-inspired day, and I'll be talking to you very soon.